hate spiders, I feel, is actually like criminally vague. I get that he's white bread Shoto man, but like his hates are spiders. You can give him anything that speaks like a specific personality. He's just got to be anti-spiders man. Spider hater Jim. I don't know about that one, Chief. Just does not get the like micro step forward there, Ichi, and as a result is not able to get a back throw incident, but does get out of the corner. Has to be very careful about this drive gauge, and Mango is absolutely going to have to just chip it. And instead of being careful about the drive gauge, Ichi opts to OD reversal out of Mangocopter pressure. To be fair, you know, the repeated presses and blocks were probably going to drain the drive gauge anyway. The acrobatics do get Chun out of the corner. What's the Oki going to be? Okay. Mango manages to block it, and still remaining jailed. Ichi perhaps a little bit lucky for that jump. Didn't get one button Shoryu, but you know, we take those. We take those, especially when, you know, Mango has to think about all of the offensive options Ichi has. Alright, blocks just in time. Denying Mangocopter space with the Kikoken, but Mangocopter finds a way in. And another decent hit will do it. Mango's struggling to find it, though. The DI gets parried, nothing off of it, and the OD Kikoken eventually seals the round out. Round number 1 going to Ichi up the Street Demons. We're going to go to the wall, though. We're going to go to the window, to the wall. We're leaving the wall, never mind. No more wall. We don't like walls. Corners are cringe. My house, it's round. We hate corners, we leave. Perfect parry is going to result in some damage here for Ichi, and a side swap. Yep, a side swap toward the wall. Good throw tech, though, by Mangocopter. Resets us to neutral. No punish on the whiffed donkey kick. And a bunch of Hadoukens, really, at this point, are just what's finding Ichi. All right, opportunity here for Ichi. No blocks on the overhead, but not that much reward off of them, but damage is damage. At this point, the level 3 for either character, for either player is scary, but if you're Mango, it's terrifying. You cannot eat any kind of confirm. Cannot eat any kind of confirm. Because it might go into drive rush and then eventually to a super or just an OD Kajillion kicks move. Ooh, good Shoryu bait there as well. I mean, I think this is a matchup Ichi has played many times. Ichi's got to have that bait to the one-button DP on deck. Because you know Mangocopter wants to press it. You know, no one plays modern character with a DP and doesn't want to press one button for you. But you know, a good way to begin countering that tech is to make him explode for utilizing it, and that's what Ichi did in that round. The bar lead for Ichi starting to narrow. Drive gauge is a big concern, and there's also a big life lead here for Mangocopter. Ichi barely managing to tread water here in the corner and starting to definitively sink under that water. Mangocopter, I think, for the first time taking a round in this set, and has got to find a way to deal with these. A lot of Kikokens are finding Mangocopter as well for getting a little bit too aggressive here. And right now, just eating a lot of pokes, a lot of checks, trying to take space, but the wall is up. A punish counter heavy button finally finds its mark and gets a meaty for Mangocopter, but it does not go far. And slowly, a lot of space, a lot of drive gauge spent to do it, but a lot of drive gauge taken in the process, a lot of space taken for Mangocopter. And the corner pressure here could result in a combo into level 3, but Ichi finds their mark, and this should, yeah, that's gonna do it. Not even close. Ichi goes up 2-0. Ichi goes up 2-0 over Mangocopter. Mangocopter looks displeased. Going right back into it. Not like tilted or anything, but he certainly does not look happy. Pretty good punish counter there. Obviously, you know, punish counter heavy button, pretty good damage. Also though, just a lot of screen space. Ichi is absolutely relying here on boxing Mango. Oh my god, the side swap though. All that space shit I was talking about is gone now, because now Ichi has the corner, but too late on the stance means that they can be thrown. And Mango has the corner back, Mango has the life lead, and can threaten to chip Ichi out here. It eventually doesn't need to do it, though. Is able to punish a whiffed throw tech. Same side jump still. Not really. Who's in Grands? Servo. No. Bran is in chat, not in bracket. Servo. Servo is winner's side Grands. Winner's side Grands. So Servo is waiting on the winner of this set. Mangocopter's found something. We're much better at taking space, getting in, and that pressure, the Ryu plus frames and damage, and the way that Mango is wielding them, finding very important hits here. I can't believe I was about to say that. I was like on the brink of saying like kind of a greedy level 3, and I was like, wait a minute. They're down a round. If you do this and then lose the round, you're dead. So like it doesn't matter. No, absolutely a smart level 3 there. Oh my god. A dropped stun combo almost, you know, means death for Ichi, but Mango is not ready. And Ichi is able to bring that round back. $300 in Mangocopter's pocket, however, $0 in Ichi's pocket. And you can do a lot with $300. It confers all of the advantages of a real $300. Well, not all of the advantages, but it incurs as big of an advantage as I feel $300 implies. And Mangocopter this time ready for the ODDP, and that should be dead. Certainly this should be dead. Certainly this is dead. Mangocopter gets on the board. It is now 2-1. Mangocopter working on the first step of a reverse 3-0. Needs 2 more, obviously needs 2 more again. It's really hard to do a reverse 3-0. I'm not going to belabor the point. Reverse 3-0, very difficult to do. At this level, people adapt. Beating your opponent 3 consecutive games without them adapting when they're good enough to have taken 2 consecutive games on you, extremely rare. This is my point. I'm not going to talk to you about the math of getting from the number 1 to the number 3. I trust that you have got that figured out. Not sure why he isn't playing Blanca. For the record, first of all, Ichi, a lot of Blanca matchup knowledge. Now, not lacking in the Ryu matchup knowledge, but a lot of Blanca matchup knowledge. I'm not here, so he has nothing to prove. True! I just feel like Ryu is a much more Mangocopter character than Blanca is. Blanca thrives on performing things that are bullshit. And I don't think that Mangocopter likes to use options that are bullshit. You know? I mean, to some extent, that's like whatever the inverse of slander is. Because it'll definitely happen. But, from what I know about, you know, how Mango has spoken about fighting games and played fighting games traditionally while being here in Columbus, Blanca relies on mental stacking and bullshitting your opponent to death to a large extent, and that just doesn't seem like it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it doesn't seem like a Mango character to me. Anyway, that counts. And I think that Potemkin main, by the way, Potemkin used to be an honest character. Back in the day of Season 3, Potemkin was a perfectly fine, like, mid